He's setting it up, looks like.
Hey, I see Rudy over there.
Elias.
How you doing, Rudy?
Good, good.
¿Cómo está?
Bien, bien.
Oye, long time no see, man.
I know, I know.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're able to participate.
Sure. ¿Cómo está la familia? ¿Todo bien?
Ahí, chico.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, we're going to be starting here in just a few minutes. Okay. All right. We're gonna talk today about an important topic that a lot of people don't know a whole lot about it. Hold on a second. Getting, okay. Can you guys see the screen here where it says reverse mortgage?
I can.
Yes.
Can you guys see the screen here where it says reverse mortgage?
I can. Yep.
Just want to make sure that that you can see the screen here.
Yeah, I can see the
Can you see
screen.
it?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Can you see it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. All right, excellent. All right, let's begin with our reverse mortgage presentation. Okay, well, thanks for attending, guys. My name is Elias Legra Jr. I've been in the real estate and the mortgage business for quite a while now, almost 40 years. And the mortgages, I started maybe a little over 25 years ago. And I've done several of these reverse mortgages. And believe me, they've been very, very helpful to a lot of the people that I've been able to propose this to. I can't forget one client that I remember they were about to lose their house. It was unbelievable. Their house was worth about $450,000, and they had a mortgage of only 135,000. But they were disabled, and they got past due 3 months on the mortgage. So they weren't able to pay their mortgage. They were about to go into foreclosure. And when they were referred to me by another client, when I sat down with them, I was able to get them out of foreclosure, and we were able to do the reverse mortgage. We saved their house, over $300,000 of equity. I'll never forget that reverse mortgage. I mean, it was an experience in itself, and it really helped the buyers, the homeowners, not lose their property. Okay. So anyway, we're going to go over today the ins and outs of what a reverse mortgage is, and In Spanish, this is called una hipoteca revertida o invertida. And it works. I'm going to explain to you how it works and who can qualify. But basically, it's very, very easy to qualify. The most important thing is that you have equity in your house, okay, or a very small mortgage. I'll show you how it works here in a minute. Okay. What would you do with an extra $239,000? I'm asking you. Okay. You would what? You could pay off your debts with that. You could supplement your income. You can help your children, your grandchildren. You can create even a larger estate for their heirs, for your family. You can create a legacy. Okay. So you can get a mortgage loan with these. How about if we can get a mortgage loan with these features? No financial qualification, no monthly payments for as long as you live in the house, competitive market interest rates, little or no out-of-pocket cost to establish. The only cost that an owner would have would be an out-of-pocket would be the appraisal, and that's about it. Closing costs are all included in the mortgage. The mortgage is sponsored by FHA. It's insured by FHA. Very little chance of a foreclosure. Okay. The reverse mortgage, you can turn can you turn your nest into a nest egg? Yes, you can. Okay, you can turn your home equity into monthly income, pay off your current mortgages. You can make home repairs, pay off credit card and other debts. I have a loan right now. It's a reverse mortgage where the couple, they don't want to leave their house, especially the husband. The husband's like 80, 82 or 83. The wife is 70, 77. And they're in love with their house. You can't tell these people, to move into a condo or to get out of their homes. They've been there for over 40, 50 years. And I gave them the solution. Well, actually, these clients did a reverse mortgage about 5 years ago. And what we're doing for them now is a refi. We're refinancing their reverse mortgage with another reverse mortgage. How cool is that? Now they're going to be able to pull out between $80,000 and $100,000, and it's going to give them just enough money to do the repairs that they need to do on the house, and it's going to give them a line of credit where they don't have to worry tomorrow if they're going to be able to afford their insurance or afford the food or the gas. This is a solution. Believe me, guys. This is a big solution. Okay. All with no payments. Okay, a reverse mortgage does not require you to make any payments whatsoever, as long as you live in the property. Okay, the only items that you are required to pay on a reverse mortgage is the real estate taxes, which you have to pay anyway, right? And the insurance, the property insurance. But now with extra money, you can improve your home where you get a good inspection, and you'll be able to get a good rate on the insurance, and you have your insurance. I know so many people out there that have no insurance whatsoever. Okay, if we get a hurricane tomorrow, can you imagine? I mean, you don't have to have insurance in the house that's paid for. Okay, but what if we get a hurricane? And what if you're retired and you don't have money, the hurricane blows away your roof? What money are you going to have to fix your roof? You're going to be sitting with no money at all. Okay, so with a reverse mortgage, what are the rules of the reverse mortgage? Okay. Okay. The rules, basically, you must be 62 years or older. You should have your home mostly paid off. You don't have to have it paid off. If you have enough equity in the house, you can still do a reverse mortgage. If you plan to live there for the rest of your life, like these clients that I have, they don't want to leave their home unless they absolutely have to. They have, once they can live there until they pass away, and most of these retired people, they want to stay in their home. A good example of this is my father. My father's 93 years old. He's been in his home for almost 50 years. And, I try to convince him to sell his home, but forget it. He doesn't want to sell his home. So he wants to stay there forever. Okay. And this is an example of many people out there that want to stay in their homes. They don't want to leave. They don't want to live in a condominium. They're so used to their house, it's their house is their palace, and they know everything. They know where to go around their house. They know what to do, and it keeps them busy too. It keeps their mind occupied. So also, this is a very good program for people who need and want extra cash or income. Okay. You must go receive a HUD counseling. The HUD counseling can be in Spanish, English. It's very, very easy, and we can schedule it over the phone. So it's a very very easy thing. It's not anything they have to worry about. But they will get counseling. The counselor will explain to them what they're getting into, what a reverse mortgage is, which is great. It's a very, very great education to let them know what a reverse mortgage is. Also, the only out-of-pocket expense is the appraisal, and the appraisals are running anywhere from $400 to $500 approximately. Okay. We're going to go over what the reverse mortgage is. We've already went over some points on what it is, who backs the program, why are so many seniors doing the reverse mortgage, how does it affect property taxes, what will my heirs be upset, your children, will they be upset because you're doing a reverse mortgage, what is the process, and how do I make the proceeds work for me? Okay, first of all, let's define a reverse mortgage. Okay, the reverse mortgage is officially called a home equity conversion mortgage. It's short for HECM. Okay, it's a unique loan. It's designed for people over 62 years older. It allows you to get equity out of your home to provide current income or any other goal that you may have without having to make payments on the loan, as long as you live in the home. Okay, this means that as long as you live in the home, you are not required to make any payments whatsoever. And if you're married, say God forbid your husband passes away, your wife will have the same privilege to not have to make that mortgage payment. Now, when they both pass away, okay, what happens? Then it goes to the estate. It goes to the children, and then at that time, the children, they have a certain amount of time. Usually, the HUD gives them a year to either refinance or to sell the property. Okay, and more than likely, what they do is they sell the property. Okay, you can live in your home until you die. Your heirs, like I said, will have the choice to pay off the loan, to sell the home, or just keep the equity that is left. Okay, so you have there's various options that we have here. Okay, so this is a mortgage that pays you. It pays you instead of you paying the mortgage. All right, how does that sound? Who backs the program? FHA, the government, Federal Housing Authority, fully insures the loan and guarantees that no debt ever passes to your heirs. Okay, how cool is this? Let me give you an example. Do you remember in the boom, the market, the bubble in 2007, 2008? Well, whoever did a reverse mortgage during that time did it based on a value that was artificially high. So what happened is when if you pulled out a mortgage, say in 2006 or 2007, of 400,000 or 500,000, and then your value all of a sudden went down, and the values did go down, 20, 30, 40%. Your value goes down, say, to 300,000 from 500,000. Well, what happens? When you're upside down on a reverse mortgage? Well, if you pass away, your estate is not obligated to pay the difference. Okay, your estate does not pay that difference. It's totally forgiven. Okay, upon your passing. So that's a great thing. So your beneficiaries will never have to pay any of the any deficit that there is between the value and the mortgage. Okay, the HUD participates in regulating the program. and the industry to protect seniors. All seniors must complete a counseling, like I said before. Congress passed legislation making this mortgage a permanent program and a viable program. Okay. Now, why are seniors doing the reverse mortgage? Well, what's happening today is that people are living longer than and outliving their incomes. Okay, how many people we see today that are 90, 93, 95 years old, and they're outliving their, they're living longer, they're outliving their income, and they want to increase their buying power. Also, inflation is a killer for these people. With inflation the way it is today, and the way it looks like it's going to stay around for a while, everything is getting more expensive for the senior. And the senior, normally the only income that a senior has is Social Security. Okay, Social Security was always meant to be a supplement to your income, not your income. And most of these retired people that I know are almost living in poverty. They're having to work at other jobs. And here they're sitting in a home that's free and clear, and they're sacrificing their life and their health just to try to afford, the cost of living. Okay, people that need more flexibility with their budget. They want to remain independent. They don't want to have to rely on their children. This example that I gave you on this mortgage, that I'm doing the refinance for, the daughter called me. She said, Elias, I really need you to help my parents, because honestly, I cannot help them financially. I cannot help my parents financially. And the best thing, I even recommended to them to do a reverse mortgage. So this is the family that we're refinancing for them, another reverse mortgage. And we're going to be able to get them a line of credit of almost $100,000. Okay, so everybody's happy. The clients are happy. The daughter's happy. And what a solution we have proposed to these people. They want to help their children. Also to provide their grandchildren's education. How cool is it that you can provide money to your grandchildren while you're alive? Why do you have to wait till you die to provide for your children? Give them what you want to give them now, your children and your grandchildren. And this reverse mortgage is perfect for that. You can help your children buy a house, help them with their down payment. And this you can all do while you're alive, which is great. You get that satisfaction that you see your children, buying their first home, and that you took part in helping them out. And you don't have to wait till you die, in other words, to help your family. Okay. Some people, some retirees, they want to travel and enjoy retirement. That's another thing. Most retired people can't afford to travel. And the older you get, the less you want to travel, because you're too old. So believe me, guys, it takes money to travel, right? Inflation is just killing everybody. I heard today that the average cost of an airline ticket in the United States is $450 per person per ticket. That's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. Okay. Some of the other reasons that people do reverse mortgages: financial difficulties. Remember the example I gave you where these people, they almost lost their home. We saved their home by doing the reverse mortgage. This home, it was about to go into foreclosure and there was a $300,000 equity in the property. So, this is a reason. Financial difficulties. They need more income. How many people that are retired that need more income? A lot. Okay, they have health problems. They have medical bills. Guys, Social Security or Medicare does not cover 100%, as you all know that. Okay, Social Security covers 80%, and in order for you to get 100%, you have to have either a HMO or a clinic, and it doesn't cover 100%. Most of these retired people are living on fixed income. but their expenses are not fixed. The inflation keeps going up, and it's a very bad situation to be in. Also, if let's say your wife or your husband passes away, now you have one less income in the family. Okay, there are a lot of people that when they lose their spouse, they have a real hard time to be able to get back on their feet, because you lose Social Security, you lose your spouse's Social Security. That's pretty sad. Okay, drop in investment income or loss. You can't keep up with the payments on your house, like I mentioned before. Okay, you cannot keep up with the house, and seniors need in-home care and live-in. That's another thing. With money, in their hands, they can hire nurses to come into their home and take care of them. A retired person that's ill or sick does not necessarily have to go into a retirement home. In today's world, in medical world. Okay, so now how does a reverse mortgage affect property taxes? It doesn't affect property taxes at all. Okay, you'll keep, the homeowner will keep their homestead exemption. And by the way, this is something that I didn't know about, and I think you guys should know about. Okay, if you of anybody that's over 65 years old, okay, and they own a home, and if they're low income, I think the threshold is $20,000 or something like that, 20 or 23. If they're low income homeowners, they can basically get an exemption of not having to pay any real estate taxes at all in Dade County, Miami-Dade County. Okay, so get a hold of all your seniors that are 65 years of age or older, and if their income if you see that they have a low income, they can qualify for no taxes. It's a great program, guys. I didn't know about it until I went over there to Dade County once, and I went with a client of mine, and they told me that program existed. Okay, now you are responsible to keep insurance, taxes, and your taxes paid on your home. That's very important. Okay, well, you have to keep your insurance and taxes paid anyway if you have a mortgage. Okay, prior to reverse mortgages, any past due taxes, of course, have to be paid. Okay, any past due taxes. Now, a lot of people ask me, Elias, how does my reverse mortgage affect Social Security? Okay, or how does it affect Medicaid or Medicare? Well, it doesn't affect Social Security or Medicare benefits at all. Okay, Medicaid is a little different. Okay, remember, you can do a reverse mortgage if you're on Medicaid. Okay, but you cannot. I think under Medicaid, you can only have a certain amount of money in your bank account. So if you take all the money out of the reverse mortgage and put it in your bank account, guess what? You may have a problem. Okay, because you have more money than they want you to have in the bank. So what I recommend in this situation is keep that money in your line of credit with the bank. Okay, you can do a line of credit with the bank. It's a HELOC basically, and you don't have to pull the money out, guys. You do not have to pull the money out of a reverse mortgage. You can keep it in the account with the bank. Okay, and the bank will pay you. It's not called interest, but they pay you every year. That credit line is going to be going up at the rate of the inflation rate, 3, 4, 5%. So that's pretty good. Okay. It may count against income. It may count against income when you're qualifying for food stamps. Okay. That's another thing that it could affect. All right. So just be aware of that. But basically, as long as you don't have the money in the bank, you're good. You're good to go. Okay. How do I qualify? Well, you must own a home. It should be free and clear or have a very small mortgage balance. Okay. The one I'm doing now has a mortgage balance of $130,000, and the property's worth around $500,000. So there's a lot of equity there. Okay. You must be 62 years or older. Now I have some questions. People ask me, well, Elias, my husband is 65 and my wife is 55. Okay, can we still qualify for the reverse mortgage? Okay, yes, you can, but they're going to use your wife's age. They're going to use 55 years, not your age. Okay, of course, you get money, you get more money when you're older. Okay, this is kind of like life insurance. Life insurance, they have these tables, they call them mortality tables. And based on your age, if you're older, they're gonna charge you more for your life insurance. If you're younger, they're gonna charge you less for your life insurance. It's the same concept here. The older you get, the more money you get. Okay, the younger you are, the less money you get, because it's based on how long the mortality tables say that you have to live. Okay, you do get a counseling certificate, and of course you pay for the appraisal. Okay, that's the only thing that you have to come up with up front, guys, is the appraisal. Okay, can you lose your home? No, it is, you don't lose your home. You keep the title. You're not transferring title to the bank or to HUD. Okay, you own the property. You can do whatever you want with the property. During the time that you have that reverse mortgage, you can sell it. Okay, you can transfer it. Now you got to be careful not to transfer it. You can put your kids as beneficiary on the deed, like put them as a life estate, but you should not transfer the title of the home to your kids. Okay, that's not a good idea anyway. Okay, I'll get into that at another webinar. We'll talk about estates and stuff like that. But like I said before, you keep your homestead exemption. You must occupy your home. Okay, if you decide that you don't want to live there anymore, then is when you have to either sell the home or pay off the mortgage, refinance it, and pay it off. Most of the elderly people, when they can't take care of themselves, or if they have to go into the home, the kids will sell their home for them, and will sell the home, and then the mortgage is paid for it, and that's that. Okay, but you're going to be able to keep the home that you're living in for the rest of your life without paying a mortgage. Okay, that's what a reverse mortgage is all about. How safe is it? Well, the HECM mortgage is one of the safest mortgages that you can get. Why? You cannot outlive the loan. Okay, it's not like I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a term life insurance, where you have life insurance for 10 years, and then after 10 years you don't have any more life insurance. Well, this is the same concept. This is something that you cannot outlive ever. Okay, you can be 120 years old and still not have to pay any money back to the bank. You cannot be made to make any payments as long as you live in the house. As I said before, you have to, the requirement is that both husband and wife, or husband, if it's a husband alone, must live in the house. It's insured, guaranteed by the FHA. You'll never have to pay a penny as long as you live in the home. Okay, that's what a reverse mortgage is. How does a reverse mortgage loan compare with a home equity loan? Have you guys ever heard of a HELOC? Okay, well, a HELOC is basically when you'll have a lot of equity in your home and your bank gives you an equity loan. Okay, now here are the differences. Big difference. If your client needs an equity loan, by all means, you want to get them in front of me so I can talk to them about a reverse mortgage. Okay, the reverse mortgage has no income requirement. A home equity loan does have income requirements. You have to qualify. Okay, with a reverse mortgage, you do not have to qualify. They don't base the mortgage on your credit. Okay, you can have a low credit that they don't even look at your credit. Okay, and you don't have to have income to qualify. Okay, reverse mortgage, you don't have monthly payments. On a home equity loan, you will have monthly payments. Okay, reverse mortgage, highly improbable foreclosure. With a home equity loan, yes, there is a foreclosure possibility. Reverse mortgage, like I said before, no credit required. With a home equity line, yes, credit is required. No risk to other assets. And here with a home equity loan, yes, you have risk to other assets, or a risk. You retain control of the house. With a home equity loan, you lose a certain amount of control. Okay. How much can I receive on a loan of $400,000? This is just an example. Okay. The value of your home is $400,000. If you're age 65, you can pull out approximately $195,000. If you're 75, you can pull out around $230,000. And if you're 85, you can pull out $265,000. Okay. These numbers are not exactly accurate. Now it's a little bit more. Okay. But if you need a quote, from one of your clients, all you need to give me is the property address, their ages, their date of birth, the property address, their date of birth. And basically that's all I need. And their mortgage. If they have a mortgage, we need to know how much they have, how much they owe on the mortgage. And I'll be happy to do a consultation with them and sit down and explain to them what they can do. And this can help you guys in that, now here, all of a sudden, your client is going to have a nice cash, a credit line, or is going to have money where they can possibly maybe invest it in a property, or invest it in somewhere else where they'll be making money on their money. Okay. Remember the idea of using other people's money. Well, this is it. Okay. Investment. Okay. Equity in your home, guys, does not do anything for you unless you use it. Okay. I don't know if you know who Robert Kiyosaki is, but Robert Kiyosaki says that your home, if you have a mortgage, your home is not an asset. Your home is a liability. Okay. Your home becomes an asset when you rent it and you make money out of your house. Then it becomes an asset. But before that, your home is a liability. Okay. Most people disagree with that, but it's true. It's true. You're sitting in a home, you're retired, you have $400,000, $500,000 of equity in your home. You want to invest and you can't because you don't have the money, but you have the money in your house that you can invest. Okay. You can take there's three basic ways that you can take the money out. Okay. You do not have to take a penny at the closing. Okay. You can do a reverse mortgage and just do a HELOC. You can do a home equity line of credit and put all the money into a credit line. And remember, you don't pay interest on that money because you're not using it. You only pay interest on the money that you use on the credit line. So you can have a $300,000 credit line and not use it at all. And that credit line, remember I said before, it's going to be increasing between 3 to 5% every year. So in 5 years, that credit line is probably going to be, instead of $300,000, it's going to be $360,000 or $370,000 that you can tap in at any time you want. Okay. You can take the funds, like I said, on an equity line. Okay. You can take the full amount of cash and control, where it is invested and when and how you want to use it. There's no requirement on what you want to do with your money. Okay. You can go do whatever you want to, if you want to go on a vacation around the world, you can do that. Do whatever you want with the money. Okay. The other way that you can take it out, remember we spoke HELOC is the first option. Number two, lump sum. Okay. Where you take the lump sum and you control it. This way it's portable. You avoid probate. You can have an income for life. You can increase your estate and you can leave an estate for your heirs. Okay. So how cool is that? Okay. Now a lot of my clients that are thinking about it, they worry about their children. What will my children say, or what will my heirs say? Well, it depends on if they want you to enjoy the most income possible. Do you think, your children are going to want you to enjoy the most income possible while you're alive? I would say so. Okay. Look at the example that I gave you with the daughter. The daughter told me, look, Elias, I want the best options for my parents. I personally, I can't afford to help them with the mortgage. I can't afford to pay their health expenses. I can't afford it. So this is something that she understands, that she wants her parents to live, better, and there's equity in their property where they can do that. Okay. And most children, they want their parents to live, you know, at the highest standard of living possible. Okay. They don't want their parents to suffer. You know, they want their parents to be independent. How many parents we know, you know, elderly people that are totally dependent on the government and their kids and their children. Okay. A lot. When the parents do ultimately pass away, the children are going to be happy. They're going to get the property. They're going to be, you know, they're not going to be upset because they're going to get the property. And yeah, there might not be the same equity there was, but there will be equity in the property. Okay, with the values that are going up. And remember, the reverse mortgage does not loan 100% of value. Okay, the reverse mortgage only loans like a certain percentage of the value of your home. Okay, and generally it's anywhere from 40 to 60 to 70% of the value. Okay, so what do you think your children want for you? You know, your children are going to want the best for you. Okay, how do you get started? Well, it's easy. You answer a couple of questions. We get you a quote from a lender. Okay, you give me the information, their name, their social security number, their date of birth, and the address of the property. And if they have a mortgage, make a copy of the mortgage statement so I'll see what the balance is. Okay, and we'll go over the possibilities. If you want to proceed from there, then we'll continue. We'll pay for the inspection, do the counseling, make any repairs needed to bring your home up to FHA standards. Okay. Also, any repairs that need to be done can be paid from the loan. This is really cool. Okay, it does not have to come from your pocket. Okay, collect your equity and invest it safely. Okay. Are you ready to turn your nest egg into a good investment? Well, like I said before, you can invest the proceeds anywhere you want. You can invest the proceeds into real estate. You can invest the proceeds into a savings program, you know, whatever, you know, an annuity that will produce you money. Whatever you want to do with the money, you know, you are at liberty to do whatever you want with your money. Okay. An annuity might be a good choice for your client, you know, if they want to talk to their, you know, professional, their accountant or their financial counselor. That's what I recommend, is that they speak with a financial counselor if they want to invest the money. Okay. There's all kinds of ways that they can invest the money, guys. Okay. So that's basically what a reverse mortgage is. I hope you liked the presentation, and if you have any questions or anything, you guys know how to get a hold of me. You know, you got my number, 305-888-2111. Lastly, I want to go over one last thing here, which is it's something that I looked at and I said, boy, this makes a lot of sense. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. Let me go over what we talking about. We're going to talk about using a blended rate program to refinance your mortgage and how this works. Okay, let me give me 1 second here. Hold on. Okay, let me do a screen share. Okay, there we go. Share. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. You guys can see this where it says blended rate.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did you know that the first quarter of 2022 credit card balances rose to $841 billion? Okay, $841 billion, and an additional 229 million went into new credit card accounts that were opened. Okay, that's unbelievable. That, you know, during the pandemic, I mean, a lot of people, they got into credit cards and all kinds of issues. Okay, this is the way this cute little girl here. She's got one heck of a look. I'm telling you, this is the way your credit card company looks at you when you're racking your debt up. Okay, credit cards, they want you to increase your debt. Okay, because credit cards, what are they making on your money? They're making anywhere from from 12% to 28%, 30%. I've seen. I mean, this credit cards are a legal robbery. Is what it is. And this is why people get into trouble, and many people have to go into bankruptcy. Okay. As you can see here, there are, but those aren't the only things that went up. Okay. The first quarter of 2022, U.S. home equity increased by more than 20%. The equity in homes that have skyrocketed. As you know, every home out there, the values have gone out of the window. Okay, gone completely out of the window. Here's Tom Cruise. If you want a cash refinance, let me show you the money. Right? We all want to see the money. All right. Look at this. just to give you an example of what rates that they're offering out there. Credit cards with bad credit, you're going to be paying 23% or above on credit cards. With good credit, you're going to be paying 18%. With excellent credit, you're going to be paying 13%. And with when you get a new offer on credit cards, usually it's 18%. Auto loans, you'll be paying anywhere from 7.5 to 15%. Student loans, you'll be paying anywhere from 4%, 3% to 6.2%. How many people that have student loans? Okay, student loans are a hidden disaster for students. Okay, most students they have no idea what they're getting into, and the student loan is something that you got to pay back. It's a federal loan. This is something that you can't discharge in a bankruptcy. So it's something that you have to pay. Personal loans, look, it's at 17%, 10%. Okay. What is a blended rate calculator? This is a calculator that I was exposed to, not long ago. And look at how this works. Okay. It's called a blended rate calculator. All right. Let's say, for example, that you have a current loan amount of $194,000. You see it here, 30-year term, and your interest rate is pretty good. Your interest rate's 3.6%. Okay, you're paying a monthly payment of $884 per month, right? Okay, I propose to you a new loan amount, okay, based on your debts. Okay, here you'll see on the bottom how I list all your debts: Capital One, Discover, Mercedes Benz, Amex, and then I put down the balances of your mortgage. You put it in the calculator, and you put the monthly payment of each item. Okay, and you hit submit. All right, here, if you were to do a mortgage today, $255,000 to cover these debts, 30 years at 6.3%. Okay, your payment would be $1,590. You're going to say, wow, that's crazy, right? It's crazy to go from an $884 a month payment to $1,590. All right. Well, look at this. Look at this, guys. Okay. Okay. Your monthly payment is $1,590. Okay. Your savings. Okay. Once you pay off all these debts that we were talking about here. Okay. Remember these debts that we were talking about here? Okay. Once you pay off those debts, okay, you got what? You got approximately 20,000. You got about $70,000 in debt, approximately. Okay. Your savings is going to be $764 a month. Okay. That's what your savings is going to be. $764 per month. So you're not, you're going to be saving this amount of money, cash outflow. Remember we were talking about cash, renting, having cash flow. Okay. Here, your blended rate, including your current mortgage, is going to be 6.3%. Your current mortgage with your debts, you're going to be paying 6.3%, and plus you're paying you're paying your mortgage payment plus all the debts. All right. So you're paying almost more than what you're paying here, $1,590. Your new blended rate is with a new mortgage is almost the same. Look at this, 6.4. So no, you're not really paying, guys, 3.5% on your mortgage. If you keep your debts, you're paying more. You're paying almost 6%, if you keep your debts. So now let's compare the savings. Why would I recommend this? Not everybody's going to accept this, but this makes sense. Okay. You have a current loan amount, right, of $194,000. You have a 30-year mortgage and you're paying 3.6%. Okay. You are paying over the lifetime of your mortgage, $318,596. That's what it's costing you. Okay. Proposed loan amount is $255,000, 30 years. However, it's a higher rate, 6.3, almost 3, about 2.5% higher. Okay. Your total cost during the life of that mortgage is going to be $572,000. Okay. $572,000. Your proposed savings when you're doing the refinancing will be $764. Let's say we take this money that we're saving, right? We already paid our credit cards and we're putting this money back into your mortgage, into your principal. You're paying it anyway, right? So what if this is an example of paying that money back into your principal? Okay. You'll be paying off your mortgage. You'll be paying it off in 13.4 years. Okay. Instead of paying over here 30 years, this is going to take you 30 years to pay. Here you have a possibility of putting that savings into your principal and paying it off in 13.4 years. Okay. Remember, you can do that. You can prepay your mortgage. So you're saving 16.5 years off your mortgage for a total of $175,000, $175,500 on your current loan. The total payments on your proposed loan is cost $257,000. Your total payments on the current loan would be $318,000. So what are you saving? You're saving $61,000. Why? Because you're paying off the loan in 13 years. Okay. Instead of 30 years, you're paying off the loan in 13 years, plus you're debt free, right? You have no debts, whatsoever other than the mortgage on the house. So here you got your loan paid off in 13 years. And listen to this. If they're over 62, they can do a reverse mortgage and cash out and do a cash out with no payments at all for the rest of their life. Okay. That guys is unbelievable. All right. So this is a program that, we need to sit down with the person, with the homeowner. And if you know someone that has a lot of debts, a lot of credit cards, the best thing they could do is sit down with me and I can go over the numbers with them and see if this works. Okay. This calculator is free. I'll be happy to share it with you. I can email you the application, but it's a great way to help people with a mortgage. Okay. One last thing I wanted to mention is, which I didn't go over. Did you guys know that you can purchase a home with a reverse mortgage? Okay. A reverse mortgage are not just for refinancing. Okay. The reverse mortgage, you can use it for purchases. Okay. And let me give you an example of that here. Wait a minute. Okay, here. Okay. Let me do a screen share for a second. Okay. Okay. How can you use a reverse mortgage for purchase? Okay. Well, basically, you can use a reverse mortgage to purchase. Okay. They work the same as a refi, depends on your age. Okay. Let me give you a quick example. I was yesterday, I was at a developer's office up here near my house in Miramar. And they were telling me, I asked them, where do your buyers come from? Because when I saw the models, all the models there started at $850,000. okay, for a single family, 3-4 bedroom home, 850,000. I think the larger home was close to $1 million. And then I asked the developer, the agent that I was talking to, I said, how, where do you get your buyers from? And you know what their question was? Their answer was 30 to 40% of their buyers come from they're foreign buyers. Okay, they're foreign nationals, 30 to 40%. The other 30 to 40% are people who are moving down from the north, from other states, from California, from New York, from Chicago. They want to get away from the cold weather, and they're putting all this money into these homes. Well, with a reverse mortgage, this is what they can do. They can, let's say they sell their home up in New Hampshire for $800,000, right? They don't have to put down $800,000 to buy the home. They can get a reverse mortgage. They can put down $400,000 or $350,000 or $400,000, and guess what? They keep the difference. Okay, they don't have to make a mortgage payment. It's like buying the home cash, guys. And what type of retirement planning can they do with an extra $500,000 to $600,000 in their pocket? Okay, how can they invest the difference? So this is a big thing. Okay, these reverse mortgages purchases, they will go up to approximately $800,000 in the value. So a lot more than what the maximum FHA amount is. Okay, so just for you to know, this is a program that you guys can use, and for purchases, for refinances, for basically anything. And let me tell you, things are not looking good out there right now. The rates are at 5.5% to 6%. I got a file right now that's locked in at 5.25%, and hope to God that it closes within the lock-in period. But realtors, mortgage people out there, guys, you're going to need to find probably another source of income, or you're going to have to be creative. Okay, but the key to being successful in your profession is that you got to be creative. Okay, the guys that are on the seminar, are learning. Okay, you're learning something new that you probably never heard of before. This is what I do all the time. I am always learning something new. Okay, I can easily say, oh, I don't have the time to take a course, or I don't have the time to learn. I don't have the time, But if you don't learn, and if you don't become a true student of your business, you're not going to be successful. Okay, because someone else is going to do the things that we're doing here. Okay, someone else is going to be finding the business that you're losing. So what I'm telling you is, you gotta always be on top of the market. The market's going to change. Things are going to get better. Right now we don't know what's going to happen. Okay, demand is still high. Okay, property values have not gone down yet, which I don't know if or when they're going to go down. The rates are a little high, but you know what? 6%. I remember selling homes when they were 8% and 9%. Okay, and people would buy homes. Okay, people are gonna always have their families, their children. They're gonna need to buy single family homes. So right now, single family homes are in demand like you and I believe. Okay, rents are sky high. Okay, I talked to a lot of tenants that their rent payments are over $2,000 a month. Okay, get these guys into a home, explain to them, look, you're wasting $22,000 a month in rent. You're paying $24,000 a year in rent. Okay, that is almost close to $150,000 over a 5-6 year period. Okay, show them the no down payment program, the NADA program, the FHA program, where you don't have to put a 3.5% down. Get them into a mortgage. If their mortgage payment is going to be close to what they're paying, let's say their rent payment is $2,000, all right, and you're able to get them into a mortgage that's $2,300. Okay. Don't you think that it would be better for that tenant to purchase a home, with $2,300 instead of paying $2,000 a month, which everything's going to the to the toilet. They're not investing in anything. And owning a home is an investment. Rental property is not an investment. So guys, you can convince any renter out there, anybody that's out there paying a lot of rent, sit down with them. Okay. Yeah, the houses are expensive right now, but you know what? Things are going to change. Okay. There's going to be more homes coming on the market. The inventory is going to go up. It's going to make our lives a lot easier in the next 6 to 8 months to a year. Okay. There's finally going to be a little more inventory in the market, which is great. So, hey, the market is as strong as ever. There's realtors out there. There's mortgage brokers out there making a lot of money. And the only thing, again, you got to be creative. In order to keep ahead of the market, you guys must be creative. Okay. So anyway, thank you for being on board here. I appreciate you guys being here, and I hope you learned something. And we're going to be having these trainings every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So if you guys want to tune in each Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about a different subject. Okay. So, if you don't have time to go to a class or whatever is going on in the market, I'm going to try to go over and let you know what things you can do to increase your income and to help more people. Because, we're in the business of helping people, guys. Okay. What is your why? My why, I don't have to do what I'm doing. Okay. I could say, hey, I don't want to work anymore. Okay. But I guess I get a satisfaction, such a great satisfaction in helping people purchase their first homes, the young families, helping them with their credit. To me, that's my why. My why is to change lives. And, you got to have that motivation in order to do something great, to change the world. And, what else are we going to do? We're going to sit home on a couch and watch TV. That's not for me, guys. Anyway, thank you again for joining us. And